Blizzard needs to rethink the limited time events in Overwatch 2. Let's have a look. The World of Warcraft crossover event in Overwatch 2 was kicked off last week. And while I'm a fan of all the skins that they released, it also kind of confirmed a trend that I have been seeing going on in Overwatch over the last 2 seasons. If you have been playing Overwatch long enough to see the events that they did back in the day, you might know what I'm talking about. See, back in the Overwatch 1 days, we had fewer events, about 6 every year, and they were all recurring events. It started out with the Lunar New Year. There was Archives, the Anniversary, the Summer Games, Halloween, and Christmas. We as a community looked forward to those events, because on one end they added some special cosmetics, but there was also gameplay and the occasional revamped map. When Overwatch 2 launched, some of these events survived the cut, but they lost a lot of their shine. Well, some of them. For instance, the actual gameplay content for the Summer Games has been the same for years now. And same goes for the Christmas event, year after year. Now, Lunar New Year was slightly different this year, because that was where they introduced Prop Hunt for the first time. And the Halloween event has always been a beacon of fresh content in these dark days of limited time events. Let's just hope that it stays that way. Now, there's also the Anniversary event, but that just brings back old content. And the Archives, those are dead. As dead as that talent guy that got tossed out of the window by Gabriel Reyes in Rialto. Spoiler! Yeah, he did fly. Oh my god. But you know what the thing is? The limited time game modes actually started out pretty good when Overwatch 2 launched. The first one we got was Halloween. It was an extended PvE adventure that was set in the Junkenstein universe. Yeah, it's a universe now. And look, it wasn't perfect, but it had potential. It was actually pretty good. It was a dog portrait, and if you said hi to it, it barked. Yeah, I like dogs. And later we had some crossover events that actually had gameplay tied into them, like the Le Seraphim crossover. Again, not the perfect modes, but it was a start. Or at least that's what I told myself. Turns out it wasn't. Lately, all of the events, the crossovers, the seasonal events, all the others have just become shop events. You basically get a new set of skins in the shop, a set of expensive skins. That's it. In most of these events, you can't even earn a skin anymore. Something that also happened at the start, but they turned back. Well, except for the anniversary event that is going on right now. For every week is an old legendary skin that you can unlock. On the other hand, they just announced the My Hero Academia crossover, and yeah, we can't earn a skin in that event. They're all going to be in the shop. Yet, it is quite important for your in-game progression to give these types of rewards. They help you to pull people in, but that's not happening. But what is even more important is that there's no gameplay with any of the events anymore. Yeah, sure, there have been the occasional exceptions in the last 12 months, like Mirror Watch, which was actually very good, and it proves my point on how important that gameplay is to the game, because players are done with these shop events. The enthusiasm has been dropping with every single collab. I noticed that with the Warcraft event more than ever. There was this huge meh kind of rolling through the community. And with this new My Hero Academia, it is slightly better, but you know. And that has nothing to do with the cosmetics themselves. The Warcraft skins, those My Hero Academia skins, they look amazing. And so do all of their cosmetics. For instance, as a Warcraft player, I was so excited about the emotes, the victory poses, the highlight intros. They were amazing. The team themselves put so much effort in these small little details that almost nobody will really notice. But they're there for you to discover. And I can only applaud that. But in the end, people play Overwatch for the gameplay. What is the use of buying a fancy boat if you don't live near the water? What is the use for a hat if you don't have a head? Well, at that point you might have other stuff to worry about apart from the question if you need a hat or not, but you get my point. Why spend money on very expensive skins if there's no gameplay to pull you back into the game? Now, don't get me wrong, I personally still enjoy the core gameplay, and I do appreciate the amount of effort that they put in that base experience. But see, that's just the thing. These events are supposed to bring a twist to that experience, not to the shop. And that works for both us hardcore players because it's something different, but it also brings back players that had left or that have never played Overwatch before. It could pull in a whole bunch of new people. There are some games out there that do an amazing job with stuff like that. They add these special events that add a twist to the gameplay, that make it different, that make it exciting. It keeps the game fresh. And the Overwatch team has the talent and the means to make that happen. And they know that. I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, there's a reason why they advertised the anniversary event with the Mirror Watch card. Because they know that event was super popular, that we played it a lot. They saw that in their own statistics. And again, that makes sense. It was different, it added something wacky. And we like wacky. Well, Sometimes. Not all of their experiments in the last 12 months have been successful. Like that Battle of the Beasts. Yeah, I'll stop. But they tried, and I think they should try more. It would get players excited again for the events for the right reasons. Because look, no matter how many gorgeous skins you add to these events, a lot of people can't afford them. Or they're not willing to cough up that amount of money for a game that they're not planning to keep playing. Because there is nothing else to the events. And that way, it just all backfires. I really feel like the decline of limited time events in Overwatch 2 are a missed opportunity. And again, I'm pretty sure they know that. But there might be reasons why they cannot change that right now. I've said it a few times, even earlier this week. I really feel like we're starting to see the results of them firing all those people at the start of the year. I've actually been working on a series of videos about the state and the future of Overwatch, on what needs to happen to get the game up there again and what might be happening behind the scenes. I'm going to release those videos over the next few weeks, so make sure to subscribe. That's what I'm trying to say here. For now, however, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons. I could not make these videos without you guys. You have my eternal gratitude. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out this video. Click it. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.